My name is Dr. Jenelle Kim. I'm so grateful to be able to share these incredible skincare products with you today. As Yanni shared, the most important thing I have to bring with all of you is the formulas from my lineage, which are known as Bibong herbal formulas. And Bibong, for those of you who do not already know, is translated as secret formulas in the Korean language. And so many years ago, when Kannaway first began, it was basically our ultimate wish and plan to bring Kannaway the most incredible, unique, powerful, safe products possible that can truly get to the root of the human mind and body so that you can have the healthiest condition possible. And I always say that one way to understand how to achieve that fountain of youth, right? That's what everyone searches for, or ultimately your perfect condition of health and beauty for such a long time can be broken down into one main principle, which is that if you have your body function properly, so that all of your organ systems, including your skin, function well, then everything works well. It can be that simple. Of course, it's so much more complex than that, and that could be a lifetime of understanding how the human mind and body works. But if we kind of understand that, you can understand what Bibong formulas do and why they have existed for such a long time over the centuries, why they have been handed down from one generation to the next in my lineage and preserved and have been so special. I always like to note that at one point in history, for a long time actually, these formulations were only available to the royalty families of East Asia. And that's because they were so powerful in bringing ultimate health and beauty that the royal families wouldn't like to let them out. And so something very special that I feel a part of is that in my lifetime, right now, I'm able to share these with the entire world, and all of you are a part of that with me. And I believe that every single one of you have already started to see the incredible benefits of when we hand these formulas out, what they do for people. And that is something I am so grateful for every single day of my life. And I am so glad to be on this journey with all of you. So today, what we're going to go over, let me get this picture of myself off screen, just a huge picture of me, and you get to see me in the video. So the first side is, of course, Bibong formulas, which I kind of just started to introduce. But I do want to state that what we're going to go over today is a package that was brilliantly put together by your Kannaway team. And it is called the Beauty of Cannabis package. I even like how that sounds, right? And that's exactly what it does. So it includes 3 of our core products, and that is the cleanser, the mask, and the serum. And so I'm going to speak today a little bit about the main components of all of the formulas within those products. And then we'll go into each product and break it down a little bit so you really begin to understand why these formulas work the way that they do so that you can go and share this. And I always say, as my mentor taught me, spoken words we can speak them. And I hope this all makes sense to you and you can utilize this. But remember, the most important thing are the results, okay? What I actually usually say is spoken words can lie and written words can lie. But one thing in this life, no matter what area of life we're speaking of, one thing that can never lie is your experience and your results. And that is why our formulas are so powerful and we're making such a huge impact on the world right now. So, as I explained to you, Bibong herbal formulas, or the secret formulas that specifically belong to my lineage for so many centuries, why are they so important? Why are they so secret, and why have they been preserved in such a way? There's many ways to understand this, but I like to kind of break it down into this. Just think of this. Bibong formulas create the most perfect delivery system for your body, okay? So some of the key benefits you can see here below. I will go into that in a second because that's a little more specific to why years ago, Kannaway, we decided to combine Bibong with CBD to give Kannaway the most unique product that can possibly be out there on the market. So one of the most important things to understand is that Bibong formulas are properly balanced formulations. This is really important to understand. So to really condense it down into one simple understanding, I am an herbologist. I study herbal medicine. And any medicine we can understand that it's so important to understand that those specific ingredients, how they function, how they work in the body. But true herbal medicine and medicine in general is understanding how to properly formulate it so that your body can use everything to its greatest extent. You can have the most incredible ingredient in the world, but if it doesn't absorb into your body and assimilate and work, then what good is it, right? So that's the main understanding of what bee balm formulas do. They kind of, what I like to think of them as, and I think it really resonates with everyone, is that a bee balm formula is like the perfect delivery system. So however you see that, you can see that as an army in your entire body going to work, right? Each and every single herbal ingredient within that proper formula has a job. And that job is to take it within the body, take it to where you want it to go, have it do what you wish it to do. In this case, with skincare, we have our cleansing formulas, we have our nourishing formulas, and the herbs tell that formula what to do. Another thing that does is that it creates, like I said, that delivery system. So when you have an incredible ingredient, such as CBD, which, mind you, is also an herbal ingredient, I speak on that a lot all over the world, reminding people that hemp goes back 4,000 years in Eastern medicine, 4,000 years. And I find that really helps to relieve some of the uncertainty of this powerful ingredient that is coming into this world like a storm. Okay, so I want you all really to understand that this ingredient has been known in Eastern medicine for that many years for the same incredible properties that we see today in harmonizing the condition. Okay, and so in this case, we take CBD, and basically our bee balm herbal formula embraces that ingredient, so it becomes part of that formula. So you don't have to think of bee balm and CBD as two separate things. Look at them as one and the same, because they create this incredible formulation. For the internal products, they go into your body and function. For the skin products, they go onto your body, go into the body from there and start to function. And that's the key point. So just picture that. You have your bee balm formula, properly balanced formula, meaning every single herbal ingredient has a duty, and how that works is each single herbal ingredient is of the highest quality. It comes from a certain climate during a certain time of the year. It's picked in a certain way. It comes from a certain region. Okay, and that's how much goes into this. And then the precise dosages of each herb so as to create this properly balanced formula. That's how much goes into it and why they're so secret. Now you take this formula and you embrace it, you embrace CBD, and it goes into or onto your body. And that's how it starts to function in such a way that really no other formulas out there, or very rarely do you find formulas out there that can possibly do that. And so that is what you hold, okay? And so why is that important? When you start to have that delivery system combined with CBD, now if you look at the screen, there's 3 benefits there, or 3 bullet points. So understand that it has a very good synergy with CBD. If in fact we had an incredible ingredient, unlike anything else in the world, but it didn't properly balance with our herbal formulas, I wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't be able to use it, because the formulas, like I said, they don't lie. You see the results. And so it's an amazing and beautiful thing that CBD works so beautifully in synergy with our bee balm herbal formulas as they have for so many centuries. Because CBD hemp is in Eastern medicine one of the 50 fundamental herbs, which, like I said, dates back for thousands of years. And it's known as a superior herb, which means it's very, very powerful for the body, but also very balanced. And almost all of your bee balm herbs are that way. They belong to that superior category, which means that they're herbs that they have such powerful benefits, but also are very safe for your body. So that's really key. Okay, and as I said, your second bullet point there on the screen is that it makes CBD more bioavailable to the body. So what that means is you can use CBD alone. There's a lot of products out there that are just CBD. And of course, we know the incredible benefits. But when you combine bee balm formulas with CBD, what you see is an enhanced benefit of the CBD properties. Right? So you're going to feel CBD on a level that you cannot possibly achieve with formulas that do not contain bee balm formulas, because of that delivery system that I just explained to you. And then, of course, the third point I just covered as well is that it enhances each product's specific function. So bee balm formulas is what helps to create each of your products and basically gives them the function for what they need to do. In this case, like I said, cleanse, your mask, and your serum, and so sometimes we have our salve, of course, and so that's what happens. The bee balm tells that formula what to do based on those herbal ingredients. So moving along, before actually we begin with the next product, what I want to touch on a little bit more specifically are the benefits of CBD for the skin. So just to break it down, I like to think of it in terms of 3 main points of how the CBD directly benefits your skin. So, because clearly that's one of our main key ingredients. Even on each of your bottles, you see bee balm and hemp. right? And so we just covered the bee bong portion, and now we're covering the hemp and the CBD portion. So CBD has so many incredible benefits. 3 of the main ones are that it's a very powerful antioxidant, right? Another one that it is known for, and studies have shown, is that it's very good, has very strong anti-inflammatory properties, so a very calming nature, which is so important for the health of your body, any organ system that is. And then the third part to kind of keep in mind for CBD is that it's very, very powerful moisturizing properties, which is so important for the health of your skin, right? For that anti-aging. I'll say that word throughout this presentation because we're so used to hearing it. But I have to tell you, I don't love that word anti-aging because there's no such thing really, right? We're going to age. There's no such thing as anti, not aging. And why do we have to be anti-aging? The truth is we want longevity. We want to age beautifully and gracefully. And that is the beauty of a human being and having their condition be at its most optimal level. So I will continue to use this word because we all like it and it's out there. But just know when I say anti-aging, that's what I mean. I mean going with our body, making everything function and flow properly. That's the second part of that, health and beauty. Having everything function and flow so that every part of your skin, of your body is nourished, okay, and vital, okay? So that's that part about CBD. We have to also understand, which I think is really important, that our skin is basically, clearly it's our largest organ system, and it's our protective layer of our body, right? It's what touches the world around us. And so it creates that protective layer. Well, the beautiful thing is that our endocannabinoid system, which as many of us I'm sure know, basically creates that homeostasis and balance within our body, all of our organ systems, which is beautiful because it completely parallels with the principle of bee bong and herbal medicine, of course, because hemp is an herbal medicine, right? So the main point here is always that balance. Okay, and so the important thing to know is that you have receptors all throughout your skin that CBD can bind to, and then it furthermore helps that whole process of homeostasis, in this case directly for your skin, which helps all processes, whether it be oil function, whether it be the skin cell rejuvenation and regeneration. So it really helps to balance on that level too of the endocannabinoid system and the receptors within your skin. As I said, one of the main points for CBD is that it's a very high antioxidant. It's known to be even stronger than antioxidants such as vitamin A, D, and E. It contains so many essential omega fatty acids, which is so important for that, as I said, that hydrating and moisturizing aspect for our skin. And as I said before, another very key part about CBD for the skin is that it's really calming and soothing, which is so important if you have sensitive skin. It's so important if you have troubled skin. Really, any skin type, you want to have that calming nature. So you have every aspect that you need to have, the most important properties to make your skin as healthy as can be. Okay. In general, each of your formulas, so we just covered bee balm, we covered CBD. So in general, when these ingredients are put into your formulation, know that every single formulation we create is of the highest quality. Every single ingredient that goes in there is well thought through and is of the most natural state possible. And the beautiful thing, as Yanni said, I've been in the skincare industry for a long time now, well over 15 years, and I've created luxurious products for high-end spas, Four Seasons, Ritz-Carlton, Mandarin Oriental, for high-end department stores, Neiman Marcus, Nordstrom here in the United States. And so interestingly, when I first began, having natural products, be it luxurious formulations, was not very easy. In fact, I began when natural products were just becoming a thing, and herbal and botanical products people barely even understood, especially coming from the East Asian herbal realm. And so I've seen this progression. But what I'm so excited to say is that, especially with the formulations that you have right now, they are the most luxurious that would be carried in your highest end spas, specifically for all of you. And not just are they beautiful to feel and on your skin, or when you put them on, it's that ritual, but they really work. It's like the best food for your skin. And that's what you look for. You want the best food for your skin, because what that means, especially in the Korean culture, food is truly one of the strongest medicines we acknowledge, because if you do that properly, basically that's the way that your body can accept what you're trying to put in the most easy way. And so your body doesn't fight what you're putting in. That's what I said before. So just think of this as the best food for your body. Another important thing to understand about every single one of your products is that the base of each formula is herbal ingredient, right? So it's like an herbal extract, which is really key for anyone who understands skincare. And for those of you who don't, you're going to know now. Understand that, so when I say the base of your product is herbal extract, that means that percent of actives within each of your product is unbelievable. There's so many products out there that use about 1 to 3% active ingredient, and you'll find it out on the shelf in the market for about, let's say, $200 easily. Well, in your formulas, you have at least 25% active ingredient, and that is on the serious low end. Your serum is much higher, pushing about, over 50% there with active ingredients, okay? And so that's a really key point when you're sharing why our formulas are so powerful. So moving on, let's see here. We're going to go to the next. So we can start to begin on each one of these products. So as you know, your complete core skincare regimen that we've created for Cannabis Beauty, right? The one that we launched, not too long ago. We basically created this line based on what you would find in a spa. And I think that's sometimes the most conclusive or the most complete regimen, because it covers every aspect. Just like if you go into the spa and you have a treatment on your face, they go through each step. Your cleanser, sometimes they'll cleanse a few times, right? Then you have your exfoliator, your mask, toner, which hopefully one day we'll have for all of you. I know that question gets asked all the time, and I know that your Kannaway team is looking into that. And then from the toner, we start to use our serum, our moisturizer. That is your core regimen. And if you follow those steps, you will certainly see a difference. And I know many of you have, because I hear it all the time. And I have to let you know, nothing makes me happier than seeing your messages and hearing your testimonials. It never, ever, never ceases to amaze me. So I have to say that. So this is a really incredible package, though, because what they've done at Kannaway is that they made an even more simplified package, let's say, to help you, for those of you who have not yet used this product, this product line, or if you want to share it, or sometimes you just need your core products because you use too many of them. I totally understand that. So this package rather, includes 3 important products. Your cleanser, as I said before, your mask, and your serum. So it touches each of the main parts of that regimen that really help to make your skin look vibrant and beautiful, okay? And so the first one of this regimen is the cleanser. It's the Burdock and Hemp Cleanser, okay? And so what is really beautiful about this packaging, and I did have a little bit of my way with this packaging in the sense that I recommended that as a very busy mom, working mom, an entrepreneur running businesses that are all over the world, 2 young boys, a family to take care of. I'm very close to my entire family, extended family of friends. There's not a lot of time in the day. I totally understand. And truly do I live for these formulas. And so I just want to note here that, I'm going to go over some of the directions, of course, but sometimes just know, you fit it into your lifestyle. The truth is, myself personally, I don't always have time to wear a mask for 10 to 15 minutes. That's the truth, right? For those of us out there who understand. But you know what? Sometimes I'll just put a mask on in the shower for 3 minutes, and that's better than nothing. And I see a huge difference, okay? And so utilize these products in the way that feels comfortable to you. For example, I'll stick to these products, I promise, but I must say, for example, that exfoliator. A lot of times people exfoliate a few times during the week, but in an Asian culture, as many of you have come to find, because Korean beauty is the #1 beauty industry in the world at the moment, one of the most important things is exfoliation. So when it comes to our exfoliator, I honestly use that daily, sometimes twice daily. My skin can handle it. For those of you with sensitive skin, maybe you'd back off a little bit, but just keep that in mind, okay? The cleanser is one that I use both morning and night. Okay, so when I wake up in the morning, I use this cleanser, and in the evening to wipe off any residue, impurities. When I step in front of all of you, I wear a little bit more makeup because my eyeliner and such, so that you can see me well on the video, and I do my job of representing. But the truth is, in my daily life, I rarely wear makeup, and that's the key. Right? For women out there, for men, the key is that your skin functions so well and is so beautiful that you never have to wear a drop of makeup, that you look that beautiful and vibrant, okay? And that's what these products help to do. So your cleanser, this particular cleanser is an amazing formulation. It really helps to get to the very deep part, deep within your skin, to pull out and detoxify your skin from a very deep level, removing impurities, dirt, oil, makeup, debris. In the world we live, we have so much pollution around us. We have to work with so much. I don't want to say fight with, because it's the world we live in. We can't avoid it. So we have to do things for our body to help us detoxify and have everything function properly. No matter how healthy you are, you need to do this if you're a human being. We need some help in maintaining our body with the world that we live in. So this cleanser is a beautiful foaming cleanser. It's a pretty amazing thing to have a natural, all natural, powerful foaming cleanser that does not use chemicals, okay? And that is exactly what you have. So you'll notice when you put it on, okay, that you will feel all of this. I like to break it down. What I was saying before is I did have a hand in some of this packaging, in the sense that when I looked at it, the one request I had was, as a very busy mother, working mother, I love to understand in 2 seconds what a product is all about, right? So on that shelf, I better know immediately, or I'm not that easy to sell to. Does it surprise you? And so we did the packaging just like that. The Kannaway team did a really beautiful job. And so what is really helpful, I want you all to know, on every single one of your products, it tells you everything you need to know for yourself and when you need to share it. On the box alone, for example, your cleanser, the key ingredients, burdock and hemp, okay? And so this is really important in the sense that you can see exactly what you need to share, okay? So burdock and hemp in this case, understand that those key ingredients of this formula really help to detoxify the skin. Really important. The two main things in your body, whether it be your skin, your organ systems, muscles and joints, even your mind, breaks down into two things: detoxification and supplementation, right? Nourishment. So you have to remove the bad things, like I just mentioned, pollution, basically toxins within your body, dirt for your skin, impurities, makeup. You have to remove all of that. And then the second stage is to supplement and nourish your cells and your increased circulation and make everything function properly. And the beautiful thing about our products is that every single one of our products does just that, whether it's on the cleansing side or the supplementing side. So like, for example, the cleansing products would be cleanser, exfoliator, mask. The supplementing side would start in the toner one day, but for us, it's the serum and the moisturizer, okay? But every single one of those has elements of detoxification and supplementation, which is what makes it so powerful. In this case, your burdock and your hemp do both of those, but burdock is known to be a very powerful detoxifying ingredient. So it really helps to clear the pores. It is known to have very powerful antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties for the skin, right? And so that's really important and is very good at removing makeup. The way that I like to use this product is you apply it, you wet your face first, you dampen your face with water, right? Lukewarm water is nice. Never want to be too hot because that can easily dry out your skin. You apply the cleanser and you work in circular motions, right? I really like to use some kind of a cloth, whether it be a washcloth, whether it be some of the disposable cloths that are very popular nowadays. Please stick to natural because you're using such amazing natural ingredients. So the last thing you want to do is now put, a cloth with tons of chemicals all over it. You're just kind of contradicting what we're trying to achieve. So you can use a cloth, and that really helps to help the cleanser remove any excess makeup, dirt, so on and so forth. So that's how I do it at home. And that can take just, about 30 seconds to a minute, okay? But you can stay a little longer too. The more you're able to cleanse, the more time you have, the more it can get deeper into your skin. And then, of course, you wash this formulation off and you move on to the next, okay? So that is ultimately how you use your cleanser. Like I said, I use this both morning and in the evening. Another very important ingredient in your cleanser is something called provitamin B5. Okay, so I just want you to know this ingredient. Provitamin B5 is known as a very strong moisturizing, hydrating ingredient, actually. And so it really helps to lock in moisture and protect skin, which helps to support collagen and elastin function overall, okay? And so that's a part of the example. That is an example of what I just shared, that this is a detoxifying product, but we're already starting the process of moisturizing, locking in all of the good things as well. So just know that. So those are some of your key ingredients to know about your cleanser. Okay, moving along, we have one of the most powerful products, that in our line. And I say that because this is a very highly active mask. A lot of times masks will include, ingredients to really help to draw out impurities, which this certainly does. But this is a very powerful anti-aging or longevity mask. We call it the perfecting mask because the key ingredients within this formula really, really work to help brighten your skin, your complexion, help to even your skin tone, help to really start to revitalize all of your skin cells. In fact, this is a product that I often get this question about. And I think I covered this at one of the events, but maybe I don't recall which one. And some of the things that are brought up to me is, Jenelle, say, Dr. Kim, can I ask you, when I use the mask, sometimes I get so red. And I say, wonderful. So what do I mean? That's exactly what we wish. You know, people go to the spa and often spend, honestly, hundreds of dollars to get that effect, sometimes thousands with some of the laser treatments out there or the peels out there. You know, that redness, that rosiness, whatever you wish to call it, I call it rosy because you have that glow, is exactly what we're looking for such a powerful product. It means that it's making everything circulate and function. That redness is circulation, right? And so when you have lots of circulation, you have oxygen. And when you combine all of that, combined with which are created from the bee bong formula and the CBD in these products, basically that is your ultimate goal. So I'm so glad you're rosy. And so as many of you will notice, it doesn't last for long. Sometimes it'll last longer than other times. I have grown up using these herbal formulas, right? And still to this day, there's times I can attest to where I will have a little rosy tint, maybe not at all. But then some days my body, because that's what it needs at the time, or that is how it's working with a product, I will remove this mask and I will be incredibly rosy. And so we just have to work with that and realize that that is exactly what makes these products so powerful. And so I really love sharing that with people because then it's not such a shock when they see it, right? Oh my gosh, I'm so rosy. Why am I so rosy? That's a wonderful thing, and it will calm after just a few minutes, sometimes a few seconds for some people, okay? So just know that. So why? Why do we have this rosy glow? So this, like I said, this powerful mask is a gel mask, and I love this one because it really does help for the longevity or that anti-aging aspect. We chose this specifically for that function, right, of that anti-aging vitality of the skin cells. So we have some pretty incredible ingredients here. Example is our green tea ingredient is a really wonderful one, as you can see here on the screen. And green tea is a very strong antioxidant, right? Very powerful. And like I said, antioxidants are so important for your body in general, especially here in this case for the skin, because it helps to protect against free radicals, UV damage, impurities, everything out there that is, you know, basically you have to work with in the environment that are trying to fight you, but we know how to work with it. And so that's why green tea is such an important ingredient, okay? Other ingredients within this formulation, again, continue that antibacterial properties of detoxifying your skin. It really helps to start to refine your pores, which is so important. So many people out there have enlarged pores because of the damage that is done for so long, or it can even be hereditary. So it really helped to refine your pores, continue to lift all the toxins, the embedded dirt and oil. And like I said, it really helps, these ingredients really help to improve the overall skin tone and complexion. And what more could you possibly ask for? Another powerful ingredient within this mask is hyaluronic acid. Okay, and that's really beautiful that we put it in this mask. A lot of times you will pay a lot of money, hundreds of dollars for a leave-on product. If we put this in your mask, we know that it stays on for a good amount of time. But why is hyaluronic acid so important? I call this a bridge ingredient. We have our bee bong, we have our CBD, and sometimes I like to put other ingredients that I know have stood in the industry of skincare for so long because they are so effective. And this is one of them. Because hyaluronic acid is known to hold over 1,000 times its weight in water, which makes it such an excellent moisturizer for your skin, and was why it's known for so long to be such an incredible anti-aging ingredient. And you have this in your mask. It continues to be an antibacterial agent, basically, anti-inflammatory, and it really, again, helps to help your skin's elasticity. So that's your mask, okay? How I use this mask, as I said, you'll see here in the directions that it will suggest that you use it 2 to 3 times per week. In my opinion, use it at least 2 to 3 times per week. Like I said, I will often, because I'm grateful to be able to have used these formulas as all of you do, I will use this honestly on a daily basis. I will cleanse, and then what I'll do is I will exfoliate, and then I'll put the mask on while you're brushing your teeth, while you're getting your kids ready for bed, while you name it. You just leave it on for, like I said, even a couple minutes is good. 5 minutes is probably ideal. In an ideal world, the way you're supposed to use this mask, or maybe 2 to 3 times a week, you can use it for a longer period of time. You use it for about 15 to 20 minutes, and that is kind of like the complete cycle of the mask treatment for your face, okay? But like I said, I personally like to use it on my face and on my neck, just a thin layer, every single night for at least 3 minutes. So that's how I utilize this. So how does it go? You use your cleanser, then you apply your mask, you leave it on for a couple of minutes. Now you remove your mask. You do not necessarily have to use a cloth at this time. You're welcome to, but we already used our cloth to remove any of the excess makeup, dirt, oil, so it's not necessary in this case. Moving on to our third product. Once we remove our mask, and now we're finished with the cleansing products within this package, we go to our serum, which is always going to be one of, if not the most active products in any facial regimen. And I say one of because we might have other serums at some point, right? But the serum should always be the most active in your entire line. And that is why the Kannaway was, I said, so brilliantly put this as part of your package, the Beauty of Cannabis package. The Vitality Serum has so many key ingredients. It's unbelievable. This formula is incredibly potent, and I'm sure any single one of you who have tried this can attest to this. So why? It really gets to the deepest levels of your skin. Okay, the key ingredients that I wish for you to know here are white peony. Okay, there's also dragon's blood, which sounds very cool in addition to being very powerful. And we have acetyl hexapeptide 8. So to go into all of these, what does white peony and dragon's blood, what exactly do they do? And the whole bee bong formula in and of itself, right? Like I said, all these ingredients work together. The key points of white peony, dragon's blood, I'll go a little further into dragon's blood in a second, and the bee bong formula, ultimately, what it does is it really helps to provide noticeable improvements to the appearance of your skin. So expression lines, wrinkles, you will start to see a change in your face for the better, okay? And you'll see that it immediately softens and tones your skin. So you'll feel all of this. You'll just feel your skin. Like I said, it's the best food. It really helps to stimulate all your cells, right? So it increases, as I didn't go into too much today, but qi, which is the most important part of your body, along with blood circulation. That's what makes everything function. Blood is what supplements your body. So it really helps to stimulate your cells on that deep level. And it certainly, of course, helps to even skin tone and complexion, brighten your skin. It pretty much does everything, right? And it truly does. That is how we made this serum. The question was, how can we make a product that you basically, if you use this, you'd never have to touch anything again? And that is what your serum is. Now, of course, the other products certainly matter, like I said, as part of the regimen. But if you needed to live with this serum, you would be in a very good spot. Let's look at it that way. So a little bit further into what dragon's blood is. So this ingredient comes from the tree called Croton lachleri, okay? And this is a really powerful ingredient and is known to be a very strong anti-inflammatory. So studies have shown that it's a very strong anti-inflammatory ingredient that really helps to support the skin in repairing and regenerating your skin, right? So it really helps to improve that barrier, that protective function, which is why it's such a powerful ingredient, dragon's blood, right? And it's very important in counteracting action against, again, your free radicals, right? So that's why it plays a very key role in that longevity or anti-aging process. It's a very powerful ingredient, especially in combination with the other herbal ingredients in our bee bong formula. What is acetyl hexapeptide 8? Sounds very fancy, right? You can think of it as this. It is known to be kind of like your natural Botox, right? And so why is this? Because this ingredient is shown to really help, how can I say, causes facial muscle contractions to happen with less force, right? So that's ultimately what Botox does. It kind of numbs your muscles so they don't contract so much. So this is a much more natural variation of that. Of course, it is a completely natural variation of that. In comparison to our Botox type of ingredient that's out there in the world, but it does that function. So it's very powerful in that way. Of course, all of your other ingredients do the same, but I think that's one that really catches people's attention. So just think of this as your natural Botox in a bottle. I don't know if we can say that though, but I'm sure they would appreciate that we give them that esteem. So just think of it that way, okay? So this is your Vitality Serum. The way you do this is you dispense a couple of drops onto your hand. You put a thin layer onto your face, and the most important thing to do is to tap it into your skin. Every single one of these products, the optimal thing to do is to put on your face and your neck. The neck is an area that can really show aging very fast, and it comes up like this. You don't even notice. Then one day you'll hear women and men say, oh my goodness, what happened to my neck? Well, you have to pay attention to your neck. And so all these products, especially the serum and the moisturizer, you're going to want to put on your face and your neck, okay? You apply it, you tap it in. Why? Because that kind of wakes up those cells, wakes up the qi in the blood, and really helps for that formula, the bee bong formula, that delivery system with CBD to really get in that much further, to absorb deeper into your skin and to do what it needs to do, okay? And so, of course, another thing that can do anytime on your face or your neck, you always want to be in an upward motion. We think that we don't really want our skin to sag. So it's that simple. We want to defy gravity. So we always want to go upwards, right? In this case, when we tap, we can tap as we do, but that is how you apply your serum. This can be used daily in the morning and the night. That is exactly what I do. So that is your incredible beauty package, okay? As I have stated before, I have to mention, otherwise I feel not complete. Technically, the serum and the moisturizer should always go together. It is perfectly fine to just use a serum. In fact, there are times, I tend my entire life to have troubled skin, which is why I sit in front of you as a testimonial in and of myself of how incredible these formulas are in my experience. Sometimes in the midst of summer, when it's more oily, lots of moisture, I will be careful with how I even apply my moisturizer, because that is something I have to watch in my life. So I will use the serum constantly, and the moisturizer I'll apply in areas around my eye, on my forehead, my neck, but maybe I won't put it on my T-zone, my nose, right? And sometimes my forehead, I'll even forego that. So we have to know our bodies really well and utilize the products for us. But in this case, usually the serum and the moisturizer goes together. And of course, our incredible moisturizer also contains vitamin C. Okay, so if that is another product that you enter into your skincare regimen, of course. But as I stated, this beauty package is brilliant, and that it truly is, in and of itself, you can have an incredible ritual and regimen, and you will clearly see the difference for yourself. And so we have spent a good amount of time. It's now 12:45. I thought I'd be a little bit shorter even, but I really hope that all this information was very helpful for you. I really look forward to seeing you all soon, and I really look forward to hearing how all of this works for you. Thank you so much.